What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of our Pokemon TCG Pocket. In today's episode, guys, we are back with a remake of our first video here on the channel for TCG Pocket. We are revisiting Venusaur, and as you guys know, I mean, Venusaur is the mascot of this channel, and we just got to use another kind of like defensive kind of build 2 decks in the last one with Gengar. And so I wanted to kind of hop back and get another one in this one. Now, these videos are going to be pretty long in terms of the fact that like each game is going to be a really long time. This deck, you actually have to be careful about running out of the timer. But basically the idea is 2 Venusaur EX. And then you have the 30 healing when you do 100 damage. And you have the highest HP pool of any Pokemon naturally in the game. Druddigon is your ideal lead Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon communication target. Basically, 20 chip damage to your opponent, bulky wall. You actually want to let it go down when it's in the lead slot. You just kind of don't save it. Shaman is a bench supporter. Not great damage on it, unfortunately, but it does heal you for 10 to all your Pokemon, and so in theory, it is much better than running, you know, 2 Shamans on the field is literally a potion every turn of the game for all of your Pokemon, not just for one. And so it's a lot better healing. And then we're rocking 1 potion just so we have 1 kind of out to it. 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor Research, pretty standard. 2 Pokemon Communication is basically standard in all 2-stage evolution decks. We're actually running 1 Rocky Helmet. The Rocky Helmet is actually for Venusaur because our little plant guy needs a hat. And lets you do a little bit more chip damage, so it kind of lets you kind of deal around 120 more or less, and then 2 Ericas for maximum healing potential. So that is the deck that we are rocking out with today. And of course, if you guys think of different things that you want to see in the deck, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comment section what you would change about this deck. But we are here. These games are going to be very, very long. Again, Venusaur is not considered a competitive deck by any means, but right now, with Darkrai being the most popular card in the game currently, it actually matches up pretty favorably into a lot of your matchups, which is kind of a saving grace here. But we're actually going up against Fire like immediately, and that's just painful. We are going to sit here and play... We're going first. I'm actually just going to start the battle like that. We're actually going up against Vulpix here first. And then we get a Venusaur. So we're going to Pokeball here. This will give us a Bulbasaur. I don't really need to worry about playing Bulbasaur quickly. I can... probably just end my turn like this. I don't need to commit anything. I don't know if Vulpix Blaine decks are still running red card, but I mean, I guess it could be a thing and be a little disruptive, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. Ooh, it's Chimchar Ninetales. Okay. So Tail Whip, I am completely fine with it. With Blaine, they do knock me out next turn though, so I do need to prepare a second Druddigon. But other than that, I mean, if they're just gonna do 10, like, I don't need to really worry about it. So let's just do this, and we'll set up Shaman just in case. And that just ends our turn. So this game is pretty much all in on Venusaur. There's not really a backup to Venusaur not getting you the job done. So this is going to be an uphill battle, especially with not having type advantage. There's Moltres. I guess that's a little bit more efficient way, because I know that, like, I've talked about in the past that I don't really love Moltres with Infernape, but I guess if you're running it with Ninetales as well, you're okay stacking more energy onto Ninetales, because then you can just attack more with Ninetales. So I actually don't hate that. I think it actually makes it a little better. Although it's still a 3-stage, 2-stage, and a 1-stage, so I feel like there's not a lot of room for other things, but because that would actually potentially take you out of having Blaine, which is what I was just worried about with this deck. And by seeing Moltres, I actually don't think they have Blaine. So we're gonna research here. Ivysaur would be incredible. Let's just search out another card. Okay, we get a second Bulbasaur. I am going to, at this point, Communication. Finding Ivysaur is a bigger deal. And if I find Shaman, that works as well. Okay, we're gonna do this. And we'll just end our turn here. So the sucky part about this is that my opponent does get to freely set up here, but I need to get Venusaur set up before I can really think about even putting energy on Druddigon to be defensive about it. Without that happening, I just have to kind of let this happen. But I can knock out Ninetales in one hit, thanks to Venusaur's Giant Bloom. So I don't have to necessarily worry about Ninetales to the same degree. Okay, so we get the second Shaman, we do get Erica's. I need to have those in hand before I really start being aggressive. So we'll do that. And then really from here... second Shaman will come out when the Druddigon goes down, that's fine. You're gonna heat move here? Yeah, you're gonna Heat Blast, that's perfect. That does 70. I'm actually gonna let this go down. I prefer it to go down anyways. So that'll drop you down to 100. I mean, I could heal with Shaman. I don't think there's a need to do it. Because I can go 50, 60. I don't heal enough, so it's fine. Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that. And Venusaur is at least set up for next turn. I'm gonna put the energies onto Druddigon moving forward, so that I have the ability to switch if I need to. Okay, there's Potion, which is not great. But I'm gonna be able to heal so much damage off of this thing. 120. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to do 100. Which is fine. But I don't think I should be putting Druddigon in the front. I feel like this is when I need to go after Venusaur. 140, 160. No, you know what? Maybe I do need to go for this. Maybe I do need to go for this. We're gonna Shaman here. I am gonna just put the energy onto Druddigon though. And we're gonna just end the turn like that. I don't think my opponent's gonna have 2 potions, potentially. And I actually think Cape is better than Potion, honestly, because I think that having Cape for Ninetales is actually better than having Potion in general. Okay. And that's what I want to see, because I want to see me go, yeah. So I want to force this. So my opponent does mess up here. We are going to put the hat on our little Venusaur here. What I am going to do now as well is Fragrant Flower Garden. Okay. Up twice. Also heal this Druddigon. Try to get it back up as full as possible. Heal up here. Retreat here. Get my 2 points here. My opponent can't knock me out. But I get 2 points out of this. If they come at me with Ninetales, I KO them next turn. And if they come at me with Monferno, they're going to do 140, but they're going to lose all 4 energy they have committed. And that is a backbreaker. Okay, they had Cape. Just heal 100. That's fine. With 2 Shamans and an Erica, I heal 70 damage. I heal 100 damage off of this. Now, of course, you could have Dawn. But quite honestly, like, this is a mistake on my opponent's end. They have to have Dawn. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna Erica first. I guess I should probably prepare for them. I should probably prepare for them to 130. I guess I have to think they have Dawn, right? But then they one-shot. I can't do enough damage next turn. I actually need to do this and hope they don't have Dawn. If I had another Erica, I'd be fine. Because I only have the one, it actually is game over if they do have Dawn. If they don't have Dawn, though, 90, 110. I should outbeat that. I don't think they'd run Blaine, would they? They don't have Blaine. So that's GG's. So yeah, we beat a fire deck to start. I'm not even gonna waste my time with this. Yeah, my opponent just concedes, and that's GG. Beat the fire deck. Bye-bye. And Venusaur picks up a nice clean W here to start off. That's what I'd like to see, though, right? Venusaur just the stalling is so good, and that time I had Erica. So, with the 2 Shamans up, with Rocky Helmet, with all that, you do so much healing. Most opponents can't keep up with that much healing. They can do the damage, but you're also dealing damage back, and so you healing 100 and then dealing 100 is tough for most opponents to deal with. They might be able to beat you on a 1v1, but they're not beating you with all that healing. So we're playing Steel now, and we get a Bulbasaur lead, which is actually the worst lead we can have here. Okay, Skarmory lead is even worse, but we do go first, so I can Pokeball, get another Pokemon potentially. So I'm going to research them Pokeball. It gives me the best chance at the most amount of starters. And they are actually playing the... Okay. They are playing the deck that we put out like a week ago. Okay, we get Shaman and Rocky Helmet. A Druddigon would be swell. They actually had a second Bulbasaur. Because of the second Bulbasaur, I'm actually inclined to just sort of kind of do this. And just start setting up the Bulbasaur. You'll do 50. It sucks, but it is what it is. But I think that I need to just be able to stall a turn and hope for an Ivysaur. I do get an Erica, so I could, in theory... I can, in theory... Okay, there's Drud. There's Ivysaur. There's Druddigon. I will accept... 40, 50. I mean... No, I don't heal up enough. That's fine. I'll play Druddigon for next turn. We have Ivysaur ready for the most part here. If my opponent gets heads on these coin flips, though, when I have to go fight the Bastiodon, we're in trouble. That is something that I won't be able to kind of ignore. But 100 damage here. At least I'll do some chip onto these Skarmory this time. And the next Druddigon is communication fodder. I do end up with nothing I can do. So we're gonna end our turn. And this is 2 shots. This will bring it down to 40. unless you have healing, which does put it in Ivysaur range, so it's not a total loss, but this Bastiodon does 90. I know that some of them are running Giovanni, so it is something to think about. Second Shaman here is actually pretty big, because now I can heal 60. Or, sorry, I can heal you back to 80, which does mean that you... Well, I guess I could save that. Yeah, I'm going to save it. I'm going to put the 4th energy onto Ivysaur and just get it ready to go. And end the turn. Oh, I should have actually healed, because it would have made my opponent not put in Bastiodon. That's a mistake. I should have done the healing, because that would have put them at 90. The Bastiodon would have still had to take 20. Druddigon would have lived. Yeah. If my opponent recognizes that, they'll switch. But if I have Venusaur, they might not fully trust it. But I have 2 Ericas, 2 Shamans, and a potion in my hand. I literally just need... Okay, they're doing that. I think they should be switching here. And they don't. So they didn't really recognize it, potentially. They didn't recognize it, potentially, which is fine. They don't have to recognize it, and I'm just getting the worst hand here. We are going to put an energy... Wait, we're going to actually potion up. We want to kind of stall this out a little bit. Because if I can take an extra turn off of this, it's better for me. I'm also going to put the energy onto Druddigon. So if you don't switch, because you just shown that you didn't switch last time, if I put the energy onto it, you might, in theory, not switch. Potentially. But these Skarmories do get one-shot by Venusaur. It's just the Bastiodon that's going to be the massive threat. Now, I think you should be switching here. I think you should have switched into Bastiodon last turn. But you didn't. Okay, they do switch this time, though. So, okay, they did recognize that I could have potentially left, I guess, that turn. So we'll do that. 140. Without Venusaur here, I'm in a lot of trouble. And I only have 5 cards left in my deck, and I don't get it. So we're gonna Communication twice. And basically pray for Venusaur. There we go. Alright, so Venusaur is in hand. That's what I need to see. Now, I've already given up 2 prizes, so there's not really a ton to really do here. But, I'm going to put an energy on Shaman. I'm going to attack for 100 here. My opponent flips a coin. If they get heads, unfortunately, they do no damage. And I take Rocky Helmet damage. Yep. So, this is why Bastiodon Skarmory was so good. Because no damage was taken, I actually don't take Rocky Helmet damage, though, which is cool. So my opponent's going to take 20 from Rocky Helmet. I do have the Ericas that I can pretty much heal back up to full. Yep. Alright, so we're going to Fragrant. We're going to Fragrant. I am going to put 1 energy on each Shaman, though. Just so I have it. I am going to Pokeball. Because I do get the Druddigon back. Then I'm going to Erica. And then I'm going to Giant Bloom. And if you land... Fantastic. Okay, so now we do 100, and you can't attack this Bastiodon again without actually having to deal with Rocky Helmet goes second, that's fine. But now you can't attack Venusaur without getting knocked out yourself. And I wasn't joking when I said these are like 10-15 minute games, like for real, like they are long games, but the odds of your opponent making a mistake in these are so much better. And again, I already made a mistake in this fight too. So, okay, they're putting in another Pokemon. They're gonna try to get themselves out of range. I mean, I'm not running Cyrus at all, so. Okay, so they're doing that so they can attack again. That's fine. I mean, I guess I may as well put Druddigon in case I have something. We're gonna do this. We're gonna heal up. I am out of Erica's though, so that is a little bit unfortunate, but I do put a lot of pressure on those other two. Do I think my opponent has another? Probably not. Probably not. I am gonna make them have to flip coins though. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna heal up to 190, take 20 damage of Rocky Helmet damage. My opponent can only do 50. So in theory, I'm healing 50 and they're dealing 50, so I should be able to beat these Skarmories. I don't know if my opponent recognizes that, but I should be able to. Okay, they're gonna do 50 here, which will bring me down to 120. This is not the one with Rocky Helmet, so they're not taking recoil damage. And again, I heal more than what you can do. You're gonna Sabrina here, which is actually fine because I'm gonna go to Druddigon, and that's the whole reason that I played it. Because now you take Chip. I also put 1 energy onto it so that I can retreat it next turn. Perfect. And my opponent's probably conceding here, honestly. I don't see them just allowing this to prolong. But I am going to 170. I am gonna play the fragrance out so that I don't have to worry about anything involving this. Okay. Giant Bloom. And this should secure the game. So I healed back up to full, and my opponent is going to go down here. Skarmory, even with Rocky Helmet, yeah. So GG's to my opponent. Again, this is a very, very bulky deck. It's not just going down to 1 hit, that's for sure, but because this episode is so long, and that's the way the battles are, I think we're gonna wrap it up here though. I wanted to showcase how to use Venusaur 2 games right in a row. You know, one with a super effective matchup, one that like that's a hard deck to beat. That deck is a challenge for people, and you can just see how this deck just shrugs it all off. So if there's anything about this deck that you would change, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't. We have made Venusaur great again.